Ara. What do we have here? Someone who considers themselves a gamer? You wouldn't do that, would you? Come on, babe. I was only joking with you. You're one of the best gamers I've ever met. And that's saying something considering I even created some Nomus that are expert gamers. Look at me. That's right. That's my player too. We're gonna make it to the pros someday. Even if I have to give us a game playing quirk or something. It doesn't matter. In any case, I missed you. So I thought I'd give you. Today is a little catch-up date. I knew you'd be excited. I'm so excited to have even an extra moment with you. If I'm honest, I missed you. It feels so shameful to say it, but I did. I missed you in ways I didn't know I could miss. Like a broken funny bone or something. I don't know. But I want to hold you. With my gloves, of course. I know how much you like the tingling sensation of my touch from my quirk, but it's too dangerous. I haven't completely mastered how to control it. Nor have I become quite as good of a hero as I wanted to. I know I used to be a villain. I know I still am to some. But I'm learning. I'm trying to be someone you can look at and smile. Believe it or not, I always wanted to be like you. Like those who can make people less scared instead of more. It's taken time, but slowly I'm getting there. Wouldn't you say? I can't stay just a geek my entire life, can I? But right now it's different. You and we have some unfinished business. So you knew right away. I knew you would. Listen to me, player 2. I've missed you lately, and I wanted to feel you. I wanted to hold you just like this. You know how I am. I get sappy easy, but I mean well with it. Listen, this is all just... it's embarrassing. I can't stop halfway. Never with you, player 2. I'd give it all up, just to make you smile, like this. Am I hopelessly in love with you? I suppose you'd be the expert on that, considering, well, you're my first love, the one who ever made me feel this way. I hope you're proud of that fact. I wouldn't even be here without you. You found me when I almost lost everything. How did you end up finding me? Were you some kind of secret stalker or something? Either way, whatever happened, it happened in the past. I'm more interested in these present cuddles. There's just no way to get past you, is there? Every single time I keep losing to you. At least I'm better at video games. I could still teach you a thing or two, if you beg nicely. Otherwise, I can just kick your rear as much as I want. What? I have a problem with trash talking? Yeah. If I want my cuddles, I'll be nice to you. I get it. But being nice is so difficult sometimes. After all, I'm used to just forcing my way down everything. But it's different now. It's different since I've learned. since I've seen the world in a different light. I can't just be spoiled about it. Just because I didn't get into UA. Just because things didn't go my way. I want them to. I still want to be a hero to you, if no one else. That would make me happy. Happier than words could explain. I suck at words. No, seriously, I suck at words. I mean, think about it. I'm always stumbling on them, always trying to think about what I'm even trying to say. Yet you're different. You bring out this side to me that just makes me want to tease the shit out of you and endlessly end up on top of the conversation or video game of which we're conflicting. It's a vicious cycle, I tell you. As for the friendship things, well, I mean, I like my friends, I do. But I like you a lot more. I love you. At least I think I do. If this is what love means, then I'm surely in love with you. As for the details of that, I'm not sure what a relationship is supposed to go like. I don't know things outside of video games and being terrified of hurting someone. That's the one thing I miss. The feeling of freedom that comes with not thinking about the consequences of your actions. It's different. Now that I'm aware that I could hurt you or someone else, the guilt, the fear, it's difficult, baby. You might be my player 2, but if a player 1 is so endangering that I still have a lot to learn. I know you told me not to say this, not to think it, not to feel it, but I can't. I wish this quirk was gone. I wish there was a way I could just get rid of it. All the hatred I used to have, all the frustration in what I did, the mistakes I've made, the things I just don't want to hurt you or anyone. Hurting people comes with a terrible feeling when you finally realize what you've done, player 2. And I don't want to be like that anymore. I'm sick of it. I can't stand the feeling of wrenching the life out of someone when I never meant to. Or when I was angry at them, it's even worse because I can't apologize. It's terrible. I know. I've got sins crawling down my spine. Chloe told me one day, and I never looked back. But still, even if I love games and still struggle with not disintegrating the controllers, I'm glad at least that you see me as more, but are you sure about this? Are you sure that I'm worth that care and passion and stuff? I'm surprised you didn't give up on me. Everyone else seems to sometimes. Those eyes, I see it. They see me as a monster, and I don't want to be. I want to prove them wrong. I know that there's bad examples, like those who fell from grace, those who ended up in a spot exactly what I was never meant to be. There's a lot of people that could get hurt because of me. I know I want to be a rescue hero too, or at least not harming anyone. I don't even need to be a hero anymore. I think I've lost that right a long time ago. These feelings bottle up, but I don't want to give up on my dreams or you or anything. And I won't. I can't. I physically couldn't be me if I gave up on those things. I'd be a monster. I've been a monster. But I know I'm not the only one. There's those who still wallow in their own mistakes and never forgave themselves, and I pity them a lot. 'Cause I know what it's like to be there. What's the big idea? Kissing my problems away. You've got some nerve, player 2. But even still, What I'm saying is just I'm worried about becoming what those people fear me to be. When everyone fears you and accuses you of things before you do them, you start to doubt yourself. Your own intentions become something that make you shake and quiver and fear over what? What am I supposed to do to make them believe me? To make you stay by my side? To make this life something that isn't just a giant train wreck? I know exactly what you're going to try and say. I know I won't be like him. I know I've said it 1,000,000 times, and so have you. Just because we made the same mistake doesn't make us the same people, but I still don't know how to look in the mirror and not see them. Their faces, they haunt me. The trauma isn't easy to just wish away. I'm scared, player 2, if I'm honest. I want to be that man that can make things different. It isn't even about being a hero or a villain or anything. I just hate the fact I made those decisions, influenced by someone who was using me like a tool. I resent that fact. I see it now as one of my worst mistakes. The things that make us the broken, battered pieces that we are. I don't know what I am anymore. I go back and forth, and I wonder what's real and what's not. The only thing that's real to me in this moment is the fact of your touch and your kindness. It's the only thing that keeps me sane anymore. I'm sorry, player 2. I just don't want to end up a monster like those I used to look up to. I know it's a bit of a taboo situation, but I know that there's people that use and abuse and kill and take. Those who I used to think were like family. I know most of them escaped from the clutches of that, but a lot of them didn't. I know some still that try and get me to come back to the LOV. Sometimes it feels so hopeless, like that's the only place I was ever meant to be or could actually... No, I don't mean that, player 2. You do things for me that no one did. You hang around me even though I'm a geeky loser who never had a place where he fit in. Who never had friends or family that cared. It was always twisted. And what memories I can't remember. I shudder to think of what could have happened. My mind blocks them out because I'm scared. I'm scared of myself. Of what I am, what I've done. I don't want to continue being this bastion of anxiety and fear, and I want to defeat my horrible thoughts and things that hold me back. But I can't do it without you. I could never. Even if it's shameless to say, I've never been able to face things in earnest. I've never been able to face myself down. I know, player 2. I know things like this, they take a lot of time, and I need to be more patient. I feel like I'm breaking apart sometimes. It's not easy. When all you've ever done is destroy things, how do you build something up? Yeah, I do cherish what we've built together, this impromptu living situation that meant something, where we were free of those people that hate us and we could just be. You played games with me. It was probably the most impactful escape I've ever had. You held my hand. You looked me in the eyes and you told me you loved me. which was more than anyone has ever said to me. You gave me a place in this wretched little world that didn't feel like it was contrived or gonna stab me in the back, and you never did. You never did. And that made you something special. It made you save me. Even when I thought I wasn't worth saving. Even when I thought I'd be better off alone in a dark place without anything else. My punishment for the things I've taken away from others. But even then, I was too much a coward to ever really go through with that. It's never easy to face down your mistakes. And I know that. It's not supposed to be easy, but it just feels so terrible sometimes. I don't want to be the boogeyman under the bed that scares people. I want to make them smile, but look at me. Look at me, player 2. Would anyone smile with someone who looks like this? I see that smile, player 2. And I don't know how to face it. It means the world to me that you would share such an earnest smile with me. But do I really deserve it? Our second chance is just that easy. Because I don't know if I can forgive myself that simply. And what if those, the ones I've wronged, the ones that I've ruined, what if they don't forgive me? What if they're haunting me, expecting me to suffer? Isn't that what I should do? Where do you think we're going? I mean, look at me. I'm a mess, and quite crusty at that. I mean, look at my lips and my condition. I don't think anyone would see me as anything but a monster except for you. And that by itself means the world to me, that you see me as something more, that you can see past my mistakes, but couldn't you do a lot better? What's the big idea? Again, trying to solve it with a kiss. You really love me? You promise? I do believe you, player 2. In fact, I believe you so much that I try and block out those bad feelings and thoughts. But sometimes they do haunt me. You can only go so far before people see you as irredeemable. They see you as the scum of the earth, but worse, they fear you. And that's what I never wanted. I wanted to tear down the world that saw me as a monster, even then. Even when I was a monster in more of a literal sense, I never wanted to involve those who were not meant to be. I made choices, I was influenced, and I was weak. But now, player 2, I've learned a kinder way of living because of you. Where are we going anyways? If someone sees me like this, I'll look even more scary. I mean, look at the red eyes and swollen under... I'm sorry, it's just... When I get sad like this, it really shows because of my condition. My skin, it's not the best, and I know it's not, but I like to think that this smile It puts together all those good feelings that I can manage, and it gives you something to smile about too. You have a plan? A makeover? You can't be serious. I'd still look like a monster even if they did. What's your plan? I don't understand. Where... Oh, this is the place, huh? We better get going before you get the idea of going in. Yeah, it's a shop, right? A makeover place that the high-end celebs and heroes do, right? So, mind telling me why we're here again? You can't have any... I mean, you're not thinking of giving me a makeover, are you? I mean, look at me. What's there to make over? Doesn't there have to be something to begin with? You think... Huh? You can't be serious. You think I'm attractive enough to pull that off? I mean, I don't mind switching up my look. I mean, as long as you'd be happy with it. After all, you're the one who saw me as a human being in the first place, let alone a lover, let alone a player one. I'd try anything if it's with you. I'll view it as a super difficult boss rush of staying still when I can't move, otherwise they mess up the makeover and it turns into a do-over, right? Fine. Will you at least hold my hand while things are moving forward? What do you mean you'll do one better? Wait, where are we going? We just got here. What are those things in your hands? Tools for the makeover? This is getting out of hand, isn't it? You can't be serious. I mean, as long as it's with you, player two. I guess I don't mind. But are you sure you can manage? I mean, look at this unkempt hair, this skin which never really responds well to moisturizer or anything of the sort. It's a skin condition. What are we even gonna do? You think that you can make it something to be celebrated? I mean, I don't doubt it. You're really good. In terms of esthetician, I don't know how to say that word, but you understand what I'm trying to say, right? The people who make people look good. You're really good at making yourself look good, so I wouldn't doubt that you're good at making me look good. I mean, if it wasn't me, that is. Wait, let's get started? Not even a warning or anything? I guess so. Hey, wait, that's my hair. Okay, fine. Fine, just easy on the hair. Wait, that feels kind of nice. Okay. Getting the knots out is always the tough part, right? Even I brush my hair sometimes, like once every 3 months. I'm only kidding, it's like once a week. It gets tangled a lot, though. So... it actually feels really comforting. It feels like you care about me. Like there's safety and wonder and all those gooey feelings, but how am I supposed to, well, respond to all this? Am I supposed to just relax? Okay, I can do that much. It feels nice to have your hands on me. And this support, it just feels nice, you know? Knowing that you care and you're being gentle and kind, and it's things I'm still getting used to, okay? Not still kind of hurt, but yeah, it's worth it. Plus, it feels really nice when you put your hands through my hair and just hold me close like this. I am a romantic, believe it or not. Everything I've done so far, I try and at least give you the best I've got. Show you that I'm not a monster or high maintenance or anything. I want you to feel safe with me. I want you to feel happy with me. I want you to feel exhilarated in everything you do and feel like you're actually a part of something that is worth it. A relationship that isn't going down the drain. Something like that really has meaning behind it. A feeling of connection and all that embarrassing stuff that I've never been good at putting it into words. I just mean, like, I care about you and, well, thanks. Yeah, it wasn't hard to say, just hard to get out. I'm intimidated because when you do this, I feel so happy that I get scared of what if it's going to be a dream and I just wake up. What if I'm going to end up all alone again, or worse? I don't want to be some prey hunted by someone I don't even know for reasons I probably know that I've already done my best to help with. I know I used to be the problem. I know I used to be a monster to some people. I was groomed into that from a very small age. I was made to be the monster under the bed. But I never truly wanted to be that. Even in my own mind, I was trying to do something I believed in. I was trying to change the world to be better than the corrupt place I thought it was. And I still think it could use some cleaning up, just I have a different way of approaching it. Since your way is smarter and you're almost always right, I like to trust you. I do believe in your words, your ideals, and I want to add to them. I want to give you mine unapologetically and show you that I'm not just words, that I have actions to back it up and real feelings to try and to convey to you just how much all this means to me. Everything that you've done and even do now it's you saved me. You were the hero, the figurative all might that saved me when nobody else would even look my way. When I was nearly going to lose myself in the sadness and loneliness of being the monster that I never intended to be. I don't think anyone ever grows up and wishes to be a monster. They end up there because someone wanted them to be. Someone tried to make them into it, and sadly they went along with it. That's how I feel. All of this, it's so important to me. You help me, and I love you for it. I wish that I could do even more for you. Yeah. You kind of understand me better than anyone else ever could, so I just figured I'll figure it out eventually what I can do to make it all worth your time. No, I don't mean like that. I meant that... Whoa. Wait. You can't tell me. In that short of time? That's me? In the mirror? I barely look like myself. What you did to my hair and how you changed and helped my skin a little. Do you have a healing quirk I'm not aware of? Or is this just you working your aesthetic magic again? Either way, I do feel a little less like a monster. I know it's not a true solution or anything, but it's a start, right? If I'm going to believe that I can be better than the monster I've been in the past, then I need to start taking these little steps, and I really couldn't have done it without you. There's no way I could have. I love you, player 2. I love you in ways that words would be cut too short and too weak to ever really do justice. I know you must have heard this a million times, being the kind, magnanimous person you've been to me, that no doubt you are to others sometimes. I just hope I can make you feel as special as you are to me, that I can convey how much you mean to me. That I can cherish and protect for once in my life. That I can do something that doesn't destroy the precious things that I do have with me. I love you, player 2. I love you so much. And I just want you to always remember that I'm on your side. That you're not alone. And that you'll never be alone as long as I'm the crusty boy magically in love with you. And by magically, I mean, like, you put a love enchant on me that'll never ever be dispelled because it has an infinite duration. And you critical hit my heart, if I'm being honest. You keep doing that, and you'll defeat the final boss, and then what am I gonna do? Then what am I gonna do with you? I'm glad I have you by my side, because nobody else could ever make me as happy as you made me. Nobody else could make me shed happy tears, things I didn't even think existed. I learn new things to be thankful for every single day. And it's all thanks to you. You're the only thing that kept me sane, that brought me up from the pits of despair, and I just love you so much. I need you. And I know that sounds weak and toxic, but I do. And I don't care what it makes me, who it makes me, or what. I want to be with you forever. I'm never leaving. Promise? Then you can't leave either. Deal? Sealed with true love's kiss. Ugh. +10 to charisma. You've done me in. Gorgeous warrior. Now I must retaliate before it's too late. You best prepare yourself, player 2. A kiss attack. A deadly and venomous attack that could take down even a dragon if placed in the right point. What now? Do you think you're the figurative dragon of this story? Maybe I am. Depends on who wins, doesn't it? Shall we find the answer to this burning question? I think so too. I can't even imagine what you'd look like if you were the dragon. Unless, of course, you want to be. In which case, you're the damn finest dragon I have ever seen. And I'm not usually into dragons, but I'd make an exception for you. Careful now. You must wield the sword of justice very gently. Or roughly, but that's an entirely different... You can take a joke at least. More than that. more than any of the details, the passion that I feel for you is real, and it's from the bottom of my heart. All jokes aside, I could never, ever let you go. And I say this because I'm not a monster, but please don't leave. You did promise with the kiss. Then is it alright if I embolden my attack against you? You see, kisses are but a warrior's tool. I like to use more devious means. I am a rogue after all. Am I extra effective after the buff you applied to my appearance? Well, consider it your own fault then. If you lose this fair battle, my fearless companion, as our bodies collide, I feel even more safe and happy. Do you also share that feeling? I hope you do. I wish you would. Though judging by your continued assault, I wouldn't doubt for a moment that you're feeling it just as much as me. Not so vigorous. Your attack is too much. You, a fearsome opponent as much as you are a companion. I regret nothing, Fiend. I'll stand by my player 2 forever. No matter what, no matter where, no matter when, my player 2 is everything to me. I want more of your touch, more of your kisses. Player 2, you feel so good. Against me is everything. Not so rough, player 2. If you are, my knuckle playing, and I'll lose myself in that moment, and I make snarky responses and witty remarks. Oh, you feel so good. Your embrace, your kiss, everything. I did warn you. Well, now what are we going to do? You certainly aren't making this easy, are you? But I always like to challenge, so I'm fine with it. Love's first kiss without ever having a last. Oh, always cherish everything about you. Because I want you to always be with me. Forever and ever. I want you to think about me and feel me in every little word that I can't think of right now. Because to me, you're perfect. To me, you're everything. To me, I wouldn't change a thing. And I'm so proud that I even get to experience such wonderful love. Thank you for giving me such a lovely chance to be myself and to feel alive and to feel so loved. Thank you, Player 2, for being my hero that saved me from the saddest I've ever been. I truly love you, and I always will.